So the Inbetweeners. Who are the Inbetweeners? Well, they are, or we, I guess, are no longer children, but we're not full-fledged adults. And by that I mean we're students and usually new professionals. How can programming appeal to this unique demographic? Well, we looked at what aspects of programming can be changed or looked at to appeal to these in-betweeners, and come up with price, extended hours, networking, digital social media, and interactive experiences, such as behind the scenes. So price. In-betweeners are students and young professionals, people who are generally budget conscious. Organizations will never attract in-betweeners if they are not cost effective. If they are cost prohibitive, people will definitely shy away. People, the in-betweeners, that is. Extended hours. Evening and weekend hours, paired with student pricing, can only help to attract in-betweeners. We are, like I said, young professionals and often students, so we tend to keep strange hours. Cultural organizations program March break events, often for youth and children. Why not reading week programming for young people and students? Many universities and organizations have the same reading weeks. Networking. In-betweeners are, like I said, new professionals and often new to a city. Networking events is an opportunity for socializing, personally or professionally, would prove successful with this group of young people. When you're new somewhere, you want to meet someone or possibly help to advance your career. So digital and social media, which is a bit of a theme for today. In-betweeners love to share events and photos via social media. We're a generation of sharers. Therefore, it's important to have an employee who is invested in creating an online presence for the organization. So interactive experiences, behind the scenes work. This is interesting because I find that it is a thriller attraction for museum history and culture buffs, like those in a program or those who go into museum work. But they can be surprisingly popular among regular patrons. The excitement comes from seeing the unseen, what has been determined private, and at times elitist. So back to programming. An interest in history is often created in young people through the media. Film and television shows tend to spark this interest. Period pieces like Downton Abbey and Boardwalk Empire sparked an interest in the 1920s. This has been taken advantage of by certain historic sites in Toronto, such as Spadina House. Popular shows can also often be linked to an organization's mandate, such as Game of Thrones. There was a Game of Thrones exhibit recently at the Design Exchange, which helped to tie design for the show through design at the organization. So YouTube, sharing is caring. As I mentioned earlier, in-betweeners are the sharers. Creating YouTube videos that feature museums and organizations only serve to bolster their popularity. One that's been mentioned a lot in our program and has been successful is Out with Dad. It features Toronto museums and is a Scarborough favorite. So we in-betweeners are a young and very often untapped market, but we also are the future of museum goers, and as such may be partly responsible for the future of museums. Thank you.